Hey everybody. Whoa, I just dropped my controller almost. And welcome to another edition of Let's Play. I honestly can tell you I've not played this game in ages. Of course, I've never touched a Sega Saturn in ages, so let's do a Sega Saturn game Let's Play. This one is called D. And it's a 2-disc set. And they decided, I guess the people of Sega and Acclaim decided, hey, there's a lot of Dracula stuff out there because Dracula is in. I know. Let's make a game that has nothing to do with Dracula. You never even see Dracula. Then the only mention there is of Dracula is supposedly the spirit of Dracula is taking over Laura's father. And Laura is the main character you get to portray. It all begins in this large hospital. Now keep in mind, folks, that, oh man, I dropped my Zippo and my lizard came off of it. Now keep in mind here, folks, that this game was released long before there was a Silent Hill, long before there was a Resident Evil, and long before there was House of the Dead. There was D. And although very primitive for its time, doesn't mean that it ain't fun. That is, unless you can get past Laura's very slow movement through the hospital. But we'll see what we can do as we reprise one of the most interesting releases on Sega Saturn. A game called D. If you haven't been paying attention to the storyline so far, you play the role of Laura. Your father, very acclaimed and highly respected doctor in his own techniques and right, and his own practice, went crazy one day and started killing everybody inside the hospital. And now Laura overhears the occurrence from San Francisco and travels all the way down to Los Angeles to investigate what went wrong. And so, these scenes you will see later on in the video game, and note the very primitive movement of the characters. Remember, this is still 32-bit graphics on a CD-ROM. Albeit it was a lot better than the Sega CD in its day. But still, compare it to that of the Wii or the PS3 or even the Xbox 360. But for us old-timers, we remember the Sega Saturn. So get ready, relax, pull up a chair as I introduce to you the very first games I've ever played on the Sega Saturn. Let's play. Now, the gameplay starts off with Laura walking up to the hospital entrance. I want to know what kind of shoes she's wearing to make that noise. Clomp, clomp, clomp. What is it? I think it's supposed to be like an eerie and scary effect, but I'm not scared. Albeit, though, there are a lot of things in here that did kind of creep me out when I first played it. And remember, this was before Silent Hill, and this was before Resident Evil, so put yourself in that mindset as we venture into the hospital as Laura, daughter of a psycho killer doctor, who is about to be possessed by Dracula, supposedly. The news being too overwhelming for Laura to take and almost breaks down and cries, but she's a much stronger girl. She clutches her chest and decides to proceed onward, knowing that what she's going to run into could be a lot more gory than just a few dead bodies lying around in the pool of their own blood. And remember, while you're here, be sure to give blood. We're the American Red Cross Association. And please, no food or beverages. We'll just have to take them away from you, because we haven't eaten yet either. Slowly I walk down the hall where no noise shall ever come between me and what I must do. And all of a sudden, a strange gelatinous blob comes at you, which seems to be a portal to another world. Don't touch it, Laura. Don't touch it, Laura. Don't. Okay, think about this, folks. If you were in a hospital and some gelatinous blob came up to you like this, what would be your first indication? Run like hell. You don't touch it. Ah! And now here she is, in this alternate world that is the imagination of one so creepy. Let's venture in here and see what we can find. Alright, now you start off the game right here in this sort of dining room area. And note how slow Laura moves. Get used to it, folks, because this is the speed she will move through the entire game, with the exception of racing down the spiraling staircase, but we'll get to that part later. Now, this game operates on a track, so anytime Laura stops, chances are there's something to see or do. Like this bowl, for instance. Let's take a look at it. Okay, that was cool. And then it turned back into water. So you can turn water into blood, or was that wine? I don't think you can turn water into wine. I think that was blood. And then back into water again. Now, chances are there's something to that bowl of water. Why would it be on the table?
Laura.
Yes?
Laura.
Laura here.
Laura.
Well, it ain't the Avon lady.
Laura.
What?
This is your father.
Hi, Father. Are you insane yet?
Laura.
Yes?
Go back.
No.
You must not cross over to this side.
Give me one good reason why not.
This is another world born of my own mind. Laura. Go back.
I don't wanna.
Come further and your world will be closed off from you.
Isn't the world
Laura,
already closed off? You're what? You're what? Finish the sentence, damn you! Finish! Finish! Damn, lost the transmission. I guess they got bad signal in here. So moving onward. Okay, you see this sort of wall there? You can turn this way and see... Oh, okay, we can go through this doorway here. And we are stopping at this doorway, which means there are some things to see and do here. There's a mirror. What was that? Did that mirror try to reach for me? It did! It totally did! Look at that hand! Whoa! Oh, it tried to choke me. Man, this place is good! They had to charge admission for this place. Oh, let's move away. Alright. I saw something in the mirror there, so let's check it out in this room here. Okay, well there's a giant vat. Supposedly it could be filled with rum, could be filled with brew. It could be filled with anything that could make you a little more tipsy that you wouldn't be able to continue the game. Let's take a look at it. Alright, well the front of it goes around in a big circle. It's cylindicular, so there's obviously something in it. And there seems to be a hex nut on the top of the handle. That's kind of strange, having a hex nut up there. Oh, there's a door opening, and look, a wall of spikes. I wonder what happens if I step forward. Laura, you're so gullible. Look out, look out! Ah! Slice! Wait a minute. The game continues. That must mean Laura's not dead yet. But came close. Look at how close that came. You probably got yourself an extra piercing, Laura. Like all along the side of your face. You could become a fashion statement. Become a trendsetter. Put earrings in those piercings. After all, you're a girl of fashion. Anybody who shops at the business department in the department store is definitely out there for fashion. Let's get out of here now. We want to leave with our skin. We don't want to run into a bad fate. Alright, let's go and see what was up those stairs. Up the stairs. There you go. I told you, Laura moves slow, so kind of bear with me. Up the stairs, up the stairs, up the stairs. You can make it! Yay! Okay, there's 2 doorways I can see already. One to the left of us and one dead ahead. Oh, please don't say the word dead in this game. Don't worry. There's no way to kill Laura in this game, and there really isn't. You can play this entire game, Laura will not die. But they did! Look at that! Now this is what really creeped the hell out of me when I first played it. It was 1995, folks. Games weren't this graphic in 1995, so keep that in mind as we venture into the strange world that is D. Let's not go in there anymore. Is there another doorway? Nope, just a wall. A wall with a sort of a light on it. Alright, let's turn the other direction. Can you turn any slower, Laura? Thank you. Let's go inside that door. Let's hope that dead ahead statement does not mean a dead statement for Laura. As we venture into this quaint looking room that I would like to decorate my room like this someday. Alright, there's a chest of drawers right ahead of us, so let's investigate the chest of drawers. Okay, in order to activate the dresser drawers, you must hit the A button, and notice that the drawers are now highlighted. Let's go to the first one. A strange blank piece of paper. Now, chances are, and in video game logic, especially one that involves puzzles, is that this piece of paper once had something on it. Maybe some invisible ink. And if it was the type of ink that is invisible, how do you get it to reappear? First, let's take a look at a close-up of this picture in this woman's boobs. Yes, those are boobs. That's the closest thing to video game porn we've ever gotten since the Atari 2600 era. Oh, now you're remembering those pixelated boobs. Alright, let's go downstairs. Yeah, remember games like that? Those are just weird. Okay, back down the stairs. Well, we did see that bowl of water, so perhaps maybe placing the paper inside that bowl of water will reveal a secret. I certainly hope so, because I'm not going this way for nothing. Back into the dining room we go. And wait till she stops, then you can turn. Notice she's not going straight for the door. You can turn here. Like I said, she operates on a track. Whenever she stops, stop and take a look around. Okay, now she'll stop right in the middle, and that means you can look at this bowl again. Okay, now go up to the bowl. What we're going to do is we're going to hit the shoulder button and go to our inventory. There's that piece of paper. Hit the A button to activate it. And Laura will take the piece of paper and slide it into the bowl, revealing a code. Roman numeral 4, Roman numeral 2, and an arrow going from the 4 to the 2. Now, where have we seen Roman numerals before? Of course, the chest of drawers where we got the piece of paper. So go back up the stairs to the dresser drawers and open drawers 4, then open 2. That seems simple enough. Now, if we could just get there before we collect our darn Social Security! If Laura was ever in a race, the judges would have looked at her and said, no, you're not even entering this contest. Sorry, Laura. But you do win this gold medal for being the slowest person next to the three-toed sloth! Now, the reason why it takes you so long to play this game is mainly because of how fast Laura seems to like to move. But that's okay. We have 2 hours in which to complete this game. If we can't do it in 2 hours, the game is over, and we automatically lose. Which means Laura had better hustle her ass, because 2 hours is 2 hours. See, I told you, there's the boobs! There's the boobs! I see boobs! Okay, let's go back to the... Let's back to the dresser drawers. Alright. Okay, now that piece of paper said... Now, you would suck if you forgot what said on that piece of paper without writing it down. That's why I'm here. Because then you would have to go all the way back down the stairs, reread the paper, finally writing it down because you forgot to last time, But it's easy to declare 4 and 2. It was 4 and 2, wasn't it? And yes, it was. And look! It's a sort of a wrench with a hex. Hey! It's got a hex fitting on it. Where have we seen a hex nut? And for safe measures, you can look inside the rest of the drawers. Of course, you can go back to 2. Now, if you open up drawer number 2, you'll see an empty drawer just like that. You have to open up 4, then 2. Drawer number 3. This is like, let's make a deal. There's a splatter of ink or blood or water or somebody's semen. I don't know what that is. Well, I can assure you there's nothing in these drawers. Nothing. The only 2 things you're after are the piece of paper and the wrench. So taking both, or just the wrench, because we already dropped off the piece of paper. That's all we need to do in this room, so let's leave. And as quickly as humanly possible, Laura, please. Thank you. Well, at least with these dashing commentaries, it'll give you something of amusement to listen to while we're waiting for Laura to make her way down the stairs. And I can tell you that by the time she makes it to the bottom, I will invite everybody to my next video of Let's Play D. Video number 2. Laura may get a spring in her step, but probably not. Stay tuned. I'm Sonic Blue Darkfold.